This conference will now be recorded.
Very good evening, everyone. Initially, thanks a lot, guys, for joining in for yet another interesting webinar session regarding robotic process automation. I am Sandhya Nagarajan from Catnip Infotech Private Limited. So, hope everybody is doing great in the quarantine time. And let's get started with having some hands-on webinar session regarding robotic process automation, and let's see how we can work it through. Going ahead. So, also letting you guys know what exactly robotic process automation is all about. So it is a technology to configure bots that can integrate the human actions with the digital systems to automate any business process. Bots are capable to capture the data from the user interface and manipulate the same as humans do. Over about 73% of RPA projects are in full maturity, while only 27 are in the pilot stage. So let's see how are the major sectors where RPA is implemented all in. So we have certain sectors such as banking and servicing. We have insurance, BPO, technology, manufacturing, utilities, and healthcare, legal, accounting, and other professional services where RPA can be put or implemented very bright, and it can take over a lot of other businesses also. Going ahead, we have how exactly we have this RPA going to be a great improvement in most of the businesses. Let's consider a scenario. We have a scenario here where a seminar about automation is being held at Health Neutral, and two people, such as Harley Quinn at the other end and Joker in this end, are having a great conversation for the same. So Joker comes to the picture, introducing himself as a process head in FinTech Technologies and says, "Pleasure to meet you, Miss Quinn." And also, Joker sorrowfully discloses how monotonous his job was every day, for which Harley Quinn takes it occasion to also tell she is a processor in Glam Technologies. She says, "Thank you, Joker. Glad to meet you." Contrarily, Miss Quinn is all excited to tell how is she basically easing off her life by automating all her daily processes by using the RPA tool, for which Joker gets really curious on how exactly she is doing it, for which Harley Quinn takes a quick tour of how this process is happening. For her, Harley Quinn basically introduces Joker for how RPA is basically helping out to reduce the human error by using RPA as a technology. So that is giving 100% accuracy. The second thing is how exactly integrating across platforms is very easy using RPA tool. It is 100% application agnostic. And Harley Quinn also explains how to improve the customer experiences. This improves the customer experience by 50%. The last point would be Harley Quinn saying how to harness the artificial intelligence. 70% end-to-end automation can be achieved just in 4 days, by which Joker gets super excited and he wants to implement this RPA technology in his company too to see a great process running ahead, for which he also tries to list down all the processes which will be happening in his office one by one. So these are the lists that he could create: monitoring of systems, email automation, digital invoice generation, sales order system, which is one of the most applicable process in his office, which he wants to automate, and moving files to folder, loan processing, onboarding process, and we have collecting statics, and we have report automation, a lot of them. So he gets all excited to automate all these processes, and he takes it a step ahead. He automates all these processes, and he gets really excited to see for the second day how exactly this automation is playing good picture in his office. So Joker pays a visit to his office desk the second day after automating most of his tedious stuff and feels so relieved watching the bots work just like humans. He communicates this happy talk to all the list of his happy clients. By looking at that, one of his happy clients, which is a factor, comes into the picture and asks that they also want to automate a lot of process, which actually is a tedious stuff for them, and all their employees are facing the same issue, saying it's quite monotonous, let's automate. So when they approach Vinton Technologies to know how to do the same, Joker takes up a call ahead and tells how exactly they are supposed to go further to automate the same by showing them the proof of concept. Quite exciting, right? Let's get started to see how exactly the proof of concept flows one on one. So before which, guys, I want you all to be in the same phase as mine. I'm going to be explaining how you can basically have your own RPA setup on your system or on your local laptop on which you can actually develop a bot for yourself or any kind of a process. I'm going to be showing you a quick demo on how exactly you can create a bot. So before which you're supposed to go in a set of 5 processes. So let me explain all the 5 processes, how exactly you're supposed to be going. So the easy 5 steps to do the robotic process automation on your laptops. The first thing would be you have to log in. The second thing would be you have to register. The third thing would be you have to configure the bot agent on your local system or your laptop. The fourth thing would be create a task bot. And the last one would be spawn a task bot. And guys, I shall be displaying a link at the chat box side where you guys can access the link and let me know if you guys can direct that same link to the Automation Anywhere Community Edition web page. So I think it should be put anytime soon in the chat box. Else I'm going to be dropping off the link to you all at the chat chat box side. So sure. All right, I'm going to be dropping off the link on the chat box side for which you guys can access. Ms. Kathy, can you please enable the chat box tool for me? Sorry for the delay. And I'd request Ms. Gayatri again to enable the chat option for me. All right. So I'm going to be dropping off the link at your chat list so you guys can access the same here. All right. Yeah. I hope everybody can access the link which I have displayed onto the chat list. So I'm going to be taking a quick 2 minutes of time so that everybody can connect back onto the same. I hope everybody are on the same page. Yeah. So this is the link, guys. You guys have to access the link and see this is the page that you would be going on to. I hope I'm clear. I'm going to be repeating again. So you guys have to access the link which is put on the chat list so that you are directed back to the page here. So take a quick look at this. This is Automation Anywhere Community Edition, which is a free tier architecture that you guys can actually use it on your local system or laptop. Go ahead and fill in the details as such your first name, your last name, your Gmail, and the country that you belong to, respectively, your phone number, and this is going to be the institution that you will be working on. Do check both the columns, the checkboxes here, for which you are agreeing the terms and conditions of the Automation Anywhere Community Edition. Go ahead, click Get the Community Edition. I'm hoping everybody is in the same page, else you guys can please pitch in the questions. I will take ahead and also help you out, guys, out with the same. Link is not visible. Okay. Can you access any queries regarding the link? I think I've already posted the link in the chat box. If any, so for the query, I think it's answering the query. The link has been posted already. If not, I shall be posting again. Please do let me know it. So hope everybody is in the same page. I'm giving you guys a quick 1 minute of time to access the same and let me know. Hoping you guys could actually access the link and you're on the same page as this. Fill in all the details and click Community Edition for getting Community Edition. You guys will be directed back a cloud link which will be on your Gmail. So link is not visible. I think this query is sorted here. You could check that here it's posted. Moving on, since your query has been successfully submitted, this is the approach that you will get after you submit the Get Free edition for Community Edition. Once you fill in the details, and this is what you're going to get. I hope everybody has received a mail back from Automation Anywhere, from which you will be having a cloud link for the same solution, your user credentials, and also your user credentials with your username and password shall be put over back to you on the email. Are you guys following me up? Please let me know if there are any queries. I'm going to take a break of like 1 minute. If you guys are on the same page, do let me know over the chat list so we can proceed further. Are you guys following me up? You guys can be more interactive. Also put in your queries onto the chat list so that I can answer. Hope you guys are on the same page. All right. So this answers my question. So I think everybody is in the same page. Moving on. So you will have an email back from Automation Anywhere on which you will have the cloud link and your user credentials also put up. All right. So we are on the same page. Cool. Thanks, Meet. So moving ahead, we have to access the cloud link, which is sent to you over the email. You will be directed to the control room. This is the control room, which you will be looking at once you access the cloud link, which has been provided to you. Also, given your user credentials, your username, and the password, go ahead and fill it. And if you guys need to change your password or something of that sort, please go ahead and also change it. So I'll be giving you guys another 2 minutes of time if you guys could do it. fill in the user details, username and password will be onto your email from Automation Anywhere. So go ahead and fill in the details, and you should be directed to the actual part of the control room. So hope I'm clear. I can take a quick Q&A session here. If you guys are not catching up, do leave a message in the chat box. So let me know, guys. So hoping I can take another minute pause for you guys to go ahead to fill in the details and to get the actual control room onto the page. All right. Thank you for the acknowledgement. Just taking a quick 1 more minute for everybody to be on the same page. Hope everybody is catching up. All right. Okay, guys. So moving on. So the requirement would be having a system with yourself and just accessing the cloud link, and it's not going to cost you much for having the community edition to set up on your local system. So this is an easy go for you to get started with how to basically code a bot and how can you see that working. That can be done pretty easy. So moving on further, guys. So this is the control room, username and password to be filled in. Once you log in, this is how you're supposed to basically see the screen as. So this is the actual control room in which we have the option of create bot, which is used to create a task bot. You can launch an IQ bot, and this is a bot inside. So this is how actually the control room looks. So furthermore, we are going ahead and creating a bot for which I need everybody to also be on the same page, hoping all of them are still on the same page. Yeah. So this is how you start over to create a bot. So believing everybody are on the same page, moving on. You guys have to fill in your user details, go to the panel on top right corner of your control room where you can see your name displayed along with the Gmail name. Go ahead and fill in the details, update your profile with the same. So that will help you guys to suit up the bot agent on your system, before which fill in all the user details, everything onto your system. So go ahead and do that. I'm going to be taking about 30 seconds for that. So quite exciting to start over to create your new bot. So yeah. I hope everybody is able to also access the community edition link. If not, please let me know in the chat section. I shall take a pause, help you suit it up, and then we can all go further to the same. Okay. You guys can also enable your speakers if you have any queries. You guys can pitch into the questions. I'm going to be here answering them for you guys. You guys can unmute yourself and also ask a question if you guys don't want to leave a chat or something. To answer the query, IQBot and bot store is not active. Yes, it is not active for the community edition of Automation Anywhere. And so I don't think IQBot is really a requirement for now. I'm going to be teaching you only the task bot, but that shall be coming soon. Yeah. So you guys can also unmute yourself and ask the questions if you have any. I believe everybody is in the same phase. moving on. So once your user credentials and all those things are filled in with here at the top right corner, going on for the further. Okay, we have some person to ask for question, I guess. Anything? Any queries? All right, believing nothing. All right, so going ahead, once you finish to set up the user login credentials here, you have this message which displays, which says build bot, connect to your computer, and run bot. So click on get started, then go ahead and click create a bot, name your bot. This is the description if you in case you need what exactly you're doing regarding the same bot that you're trying to construct or create. So name it, and also if you want to give a deep description about the same, go ahead and give it, no harm in it. So after your name, go to create and edit. Once you go ahead and create and edit, it shall direct you to the control room panel like this. This you can see guys, we have a solid 550 command towards your left panel. All these are accessible, easy drag and drop. So this can be used according to the workflow or the process that you guys actually selecting. So it's very easy, just a drag and drop process. Know your process and just drag and drop the whole command set and go ahead and create your own one. That's how it's going to be working. So to start over with, as usual, Hello World is the new program that we will be creating in C or C++ scripts. So here we have a normal message box, which we shall be constructing initially as a demo bot. So I think I'm hoping everybody is in the same page again. So no queries as such. Going ahead, drag and drop a message box. Go ahead and search for a message box option at your right panel, search of actions. You can see the message box and you can just like drag and drop that here. So this basically explains the process flow. This is the start of a process and you should have a message box which is basically displaying a particular message. Go ahead here and edit the content that you want to display for the message. So I'm just starting over with hello user by a default message, and this is going to end the process flow. So these are the three steps initially to start over. After which, apply, save, and try to run your bot. I think that should be on take. So I am guessing all of you are on the same page as mine till here. I'm going to be taking another 30 seconds for you guys. If there is any other things or any other queries that you guys have regarding the same, please let me know. Unmute yourself and ask the question. I'll take a hit. Is everybody in the same phase? Do I have to wait for anybody to go ahead with the same? Another quick 30
Yeah,
seconds.
can you repeat the process again?
Yeah, so, okay. Do you want me to repeat the process from where exactly?
From drag and drop of the message box.
All right, so, okay, thank you. So you can see the panel at the left where you have all 550 commands. So go ahead and search for message box, which is one of the properties here. So you can see message box as a option. Drag and drop the message box in between start and end. That's how the process flow goes. So once you drag and drop, you can find this at the right end and go ahead and display the message that you have to display. I'm giving it default as hello user. You can go ahead and give anything. After which, apply, save, and run the bot. So here is a glitch. It's going to be asking to connect to your system. And the main question here is you haven't configured the bot agent locally on your system or the device. Can I know who's present at the other end talking? Thank you for the question. Uh, I just asked the
And
question.
then this is Manoj.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Manoj. Yeah. So
Yeah.
initially, you have to set up a bot agent on your local system. That is the whole problem here. So once you guys can see the system here right next to your profile, you guys will have an option called click here. I hope you guys can find it. Go ahead and click that. You guys have to set up a bot agent on your system locally to run any of the process. So go ahead and connect to my computer. Click on the option. You guys will see a bot agent to be installed on the same. That's going to be taking time. So I'm going to take a break of quick 2 minutes and let's begin to a quick Q&A session. If you guys have any queries regarding anything, please let me know at the chat section or unmute yourself. Go ahead with the queries. I shall be answering them. I hope everybody is listening, please. So you guys have to set up the initial bot agent on your system. So after you connect to the system, this gets started to download. Once the downloading process is done, double click on the same, for which you will enable the extension and that will connect to your computer to run the bot. So I'm guessing all of them are doing the same process. So taking too much of the time here. So let me know, guys, if any queries, I shall be answering again. Any doubts still here, people? Open here. Hi, Manoj. Could you access the same? Could you follow up the same which I'm telling you?
Yeah. It's going on good. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, the bot is getting installed.
All right, all right. So, yeah, sure. I'm going to take a quick 2 minutes of time again. So let me know if you have any questions
Yeah.
regarding RPA or things. I shall be answering them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Are you able to follow up the whole process?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's going on great. Yeah.
okay, thank you. So there are a lot of small bots that you can create for yourself, actually, for your daily activities. So basically, if you can automate
Mm-hmm.
the birthday wishing emailers that you have to send for a lot of people. So you can't like sit
Mm-hmm.
every time and have your bot, you manually doing it or your bot basically doing any of those will be quite different. So you can automate the birthday mailers. Quite exciting small processes can be automated, and that will be really good. So you guys can actually use this local system after installing that on your laptop to automate most of the processes. You just have to configure how the process flow goes so you can get started with the coding part. And in this case of RPA tool, we have all the commands which are like a macro. You don't have to have major knowledge of coding. So if you know the process flow, it's very easy to drag and drop the content or code commands so that you can get started with the process of discovering the new bot in the process every day. Okay,
That's
guys.
nice.
So
And well, I
yeah,
have a doubt here, Sandhya.
yeah,
Well, I have gone through one of the RPA from Microsoft also.
right.
Yeah, so what would be the difference between this and that?
So considering so every robotic process automation is one of the RPA terming or technology also. So what exactly I would tell the difference as is the intelligence between the bot that's been created from there and the intelligence between, intelligence over this end would make a difference. Like the platform exactly would make a huge difference, and how user friendly is the tool for you to create a particular bot, and how easy is that for you to access would make a good difference. And the bot intelligence also matters. So I would say RPA has got a good scope from automation anywhere, considering we have all the other platforms also providing the RPA technology. But about automation anywhere, I would say the intelligence and the UI is quite user friendly, so any user can understand the process flow and go ahead and just code the code. I think that answers your question.
Sandhya, this is Santosh here. Okay, I just wanted to add only one point.
Yes, yes, yes. Go ahead.
Professional RPA solution is far better in terms of understanding the process, making the process automated, and repeatability. This exactly is a point which RPA in terms of automation anywhere is doing it. What is robotic process automation? A process is identified, it is automated, and the same thing is repeated. Now you spoke about on Microsoft or other automation. There are a lot of automations. Robotic process automation is all about not just doing this. This is the base of it. On top of it, adding lot of intelligence. This is the first step of on a ML machine learning and a AI journey. So basically, a robotic process automation is something where you are giving your intelligence to a bot, which is going to keep running it across. So there are a lot of differences if you have to start from the way in which a process is being concerned, the way in which a bot is being constructed, the way in which you can automate the job. It has multiple differences, which is the reason why Microsoft doesn't call itself a RPA vendor by themselves. And in fact, Microsoft Azure has a platform where automation anywhere kind of tools can be hosted on their Azure platform to do RPA. So this is an enterprise grade RPA which has been in the market, which helps customers to do many of the automation which can be automated in their application or infrastructure stack. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks a
Thank you,
lot.
Santosh. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Santosh, for the same. Okay, so I hope you guys have finished the bot installation and connecting the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
going ahead further, double click on the same bot which is installed, and make sure the bot agent is in the C drive of your system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So double click on the same to configure the bot. Please let me know if you guys don't follow me the same. So
Just
I hope you guys. So this has to give a green check for install bot agent, enable extension, connect to your system, and run the bot. So all four should be green once you install the bot agent on your system. So after the
Yeah.
file downloaded, I hope you could catch up, right?
Also, Sandhya, to add on to it, people who have installed the bot agent, they can see that in My Devices, where they can
Right.
see that their local agent is being connected to the device.
Also, go ahead and check with My Devices. After you install it, you can see your bot agent configured in My Devices section. So let me know if any queries are there at the same end. We shall be taking a quick 2 minutes time again. All right, guys. I think you guys figured out how to install the bot agent on your system. Go ahead and open my devices to see if you guys have installed the bot agent perfectly. So you guys will have the screen stick at the top, so which basically means that your bot agent is configured perfectly on your system. Okay, moving on. If you guys have any other queries, please do pitch in, else I shall be moving on. So, so today I'm going to be explaining certain set of commands out of the whole 550 commands which are there in the RPA tool, for which we will be using it for today's session. The first thing would be step command. Step command is similar to that of a container. So this basically runs a sequence of actions. So it creates a container for the action without impacting the bot to basically run. It configures the actions within the step action. So this basically acts as a container holding the sequence of steps which the bot to basically have to run. So it runs the arranged actions in a very sequential order, groups various actions for the better management, and you can also give the name for the step command as an action command, or you can also modify it as the name that you want to. So this will be one of the commands that we will be using for today. The next would be launch command. So you can like double click and drag the option of launch command at the panel of the Automation Anywhere control room, where you can see that you can launch the website using or specifying a particular URL. Then we have a recorder command. Using this command to capture a lot of objects such as the text box, a button, table, menu, radio button, the combo box, checkbox, list view, link, tree, and page tab. So these are the objects that you can actually have a capture of over the UI using recorder command. And then we have write to file as another command which we will be using. So this is basically used to write the data which is captured onto a CSV form or a TXT file format. So this enables you to basically create a task pod and you capture the details which are there on the website that shall be dropped down back to the CSV format or the TXT format of file. So that is used for write to file command. And we have get multiple cells, which is an option which is available in Excel Advanced. So here we have this used to basically automate many of the repetitive tasks when working with the Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. So you can automate the tasks relating to the workbook or worksheet. Many of the rows and columns and cell operations can be performed using get multiple cells command. You can use these actions when Microsoft Excel is installed on your device that you want to use to automate all the Microsoft Excel related tasks. You can still use get multiple cells as the command which is available in Excel Advanced option. The last one would be the Excel command. So this basically performs a certain magical task. So it is something like copy the data from one Excel spreadsheet to another can be done very quick and easy. Extracting data from an application to an Excel sheet, and it can be done very quick and easy. Extracting data from a website to an Excel spreadsheet, still quick and easy. Move data from the Excel spreadsheet to another application. Transfer the data from Microsoft Access to Excel. Transfer Excel data to website form. Delete the number of rows or columns in any Excel. To compare the columns or two cells in Excel spreadsheet. Sort the data in Excel spreadsheet and delete or duplicate the rows. So these are just a minimal number of the tasks that a bot can basically do using an Excel command. It can happen out to be the way you actually can think of the process. So this has a very vast application. So I'll help you how to basically use that in the real case scenario when I'm constructing the bot. So moving on. So we shall get started with creating the bot right now. So I think everybody are on the same page as mine. Any queries, guys, please do let me know, else we will get some hands-on session over how to create a bot. You guys can enable your speakers if you want to ask any queries. All right. So I'm hoping everybody is in the same page. All right, guys. So let's get started to have some hands-on session on creating the actual bot using the control room. I'm uh, I'm taking the conversation ahead to Miss Gayatri, who is the top head person of Catnip Infotech Private Limited. She shall be taking over the further session and help you guys how to figure out the bot creation from her end. Hope you guys are on the same page and configure the bot agent. So over to you, Gayatri.
Thank you so much, Sandhya. So, guys, as Sandhya has beautifully explained on what is robotic process automation is all about, what are the processes that can be automated, what type of process that can be automated, and do you have any questions till now on this? Because before we get into building bots, we need to understand and we should be clear on what sort of bots we can make and what all processes we can automate through RPA. Do we have any questions? Okay, so shall I take it as a yes? All right, then let's start building some interesting bots.
You share your screen to let me know.
Yeah. All right, so before we get into bots, I'm going to tell you what exactly we are going to build today. Okay, before that, I want you to copy this link and keep it in your computer. You can save it somewhere and or else you can paste it on IE browser so that your bot works when we build it. Guys, this is a web page that we have built especially for today's bot. What you can do is today we're going to show you two bots, okay, and later I will tell you how to club those two bots also to make it more little more complicated and little more interesting. So hope you all of you have got this link. So this link is basically a web page which will be like this. Okay, let me just show you. All of you are able to see my screen, right?
Yes, perfect.
Great. Guys, so this is the page. This we have just built for today's bot session, where we have name, first name, last name, state, and phone number. What we are going to do with the bot today is we're going to do a bot which will autofill this page and submit it. Okay, that is what we are going to do today. We are not going to do anything. The bot is just going to take up the data from a CSV file. It is going to autofill this catnip page and it is going to submit it. All right. Any questions? Okay. Then let's start with the bot. Yeah, this is my control room, right? So let's create a new task bot here. You can name that task bot. Give some random name. Okay, and if you want to give any description, that is optional here. You can give. Guys, please do feel free to stop me if you have any doubts. Yeah. So as Sandhya explained, this is the action tab, okay, where you have a certain set of commands. It is more than 500 commands here, which Automation Anywhere has given to us. And I must tell you, these commands work in a very excellent way, and you can automate anything that can be automated. All right. So let's move on. We will start off with the step command. Step command, as the name suggests, it is nothing but it just tells you what step you're performing inside this step section. So here, see, I want you to be interactive. That will make this session more interesting, right? Guys, I think Manoj was asking a lot of questions. Manoj, I see you're very silent now. Are you able to follow?
Yeah, I'm able to follow Gayatri. Yeah.
Great. So start doing the bot with us so that at least you can see your bot working. And really, I must tell you, it feels really great at the session when you see your bot performing, right?
Yeah, I'm doing it simultaneously. Yeah.
Great. So this, all right. So the step section tells you, you can just see when you click on the step, okay, here, every time when you drop any command, okay, and when you click on that particular command, on the right hand side, you always see the properties of that particular command, which you have to keep on changing to to customize your bot basically. So here it is just to add a title to your step. For example, we are going to launch the website first that we have made, this one, right? So that would be our first step. So post we launch this, so you have to do always apply to the step so that it reflects here. Okay, to launch the website, if you remember what Sandhya told us, there is a action called as launch website. We're going to drag that here. Okay, and here you, in the right hand section, you see the properties of this launch, where, see, there are options here. One is default browser, another one is internet browser, Mozilla and Google Chrome. So what, I mean, from my experience, what I have seen is internet browser and your Mozilla really works well. Google Chrome sometimes becomes, I'm not sure if you guys are using Mac or something, because the properties always changes according to the computer and the operating system that you're using. But right now with Windows, you can try either Mozilla or Internet Explorer. Here today I'd be using Internet Explorer. Okay, so I will copy paste my link from here. I think I've already copied. So yeah, this one, and I'm going to do a apply. So you can always, as soon as you complete a step, you can always test, save the bot and test the bot whether it is, doing the same thing. But make sure you always close all the, if you have opened this internet browser also, you need to close it before you run the bot. Otherwise, it will never work and it will give you an error. So remember that. All right. So we need to close this internet browser, and it will launch as and when we run the bot. Okay. Now what I will do is I will do my step 2 here. I will launch step again. Okay. And what I will do is, so here I want you to do one more thing. Okay. I want you to do open an Excel. Okay. And that Excel basically should have 4 sections. These sections, what we had in our internet, the Catnip bot testing website. So there was first name there, last name, state, and phone number. Okay, I want you to do this Excel and save it in a particular location. That location we will be using in this bot today. Okay, go ahead, guys. I'll give you some time. Please go ahead and make, prepare this Excel and save it in one folder location. And just let me know once you're done. Because our next step would be, once we save this Excel in one particular location, we will use that location, we will feed in that location in the bot so that it goes to that particular location, picks up the Excel file and opens the Excel file for us, right? Guys, are you done? I shall proceed post your confirmation. Guys, am I audible?
Yes, Gayatri, you're audible. Yeah.
Perfectly.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you're done with the step, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Hope everybody does the same.
All right. Okay, great. So next step is to open the Excel, correct? So we have this Excel now, which we have made, and we have stored that in one particular location. All right. So what we are going to do is we are going to the Actions tab again, and there is a command called Excel Advanced section. There's a command called Open. So you want to. So what it basically says is you have this option for Word and folders, file, everything. So now since we are opening up a CSV file, we are going to use this Excel Advanced. Okay, we are going to drag that command here. And again, if you see on the right hand section, you can see the properties here of this open command, right? Now, session name, you can change it as S1, S2, default, anything you can keep it, because you need to change it only when you're doing multiple bots and the bots are talking to each other and all that. Till then, you can keep it as default or S1 or whatever you want to. Now, on the file path, since the Excel file that I have created is in my desktop location, okay? So, I'm going to select this desktop file, okay? I'm going to do the browse thing here. Yeah. Yeah, so it is indicating me to open of Excel file from my computer, right? So I have selected the file. I'll say open. Yeah. So now my Excel file is connected to this bot. All right. Now you have to go below and you have to select this read write option mode always, just in case if you want to update anything in that particular Excel once your data is submitted or something, you can this option helps you to rewrite in that file. So always make sure that you select this option. Further below, you should always say that this Excel sheet should contains a header. Okay, because that the sections that we have created, the first name, last name is a header, right? So bot will have that intelligence to select that header from the Excel file. All right, and then we check if we have done anything, because we validate before we submit anything. Yeah, then we do an apply. So the step 2 is also completed. So let's look at the steps now. My bot will start. It will go to step 1 to launch the website, then goes to step 2 to launch the Excel. Let's move on to step 3. So guys, why is it important to do the simple bot in steps? Can anyone of you try answering that question? Why is it so important to use this step thing? We can do it without steps also,
I think the sequential flow of any bot to process can be explained in the containerized steps format better.
Yeah, very well said, Sandhya, but that's not all. Also, when we get errors while executing this bot, all right, we can actually debug it through the steps. We will get the error mark on the step so that we can go to that particular step and see. So that we need not go to the whole bot and scan the whole bot for the errors. That is why we always do it in chunks.
Right. Okay.
All right. So now what we do is, okay. So we go to our step 3, and what we do is basically we have to get all the cells from this Excel, right? So Sandhya, you remember you talked about one command.
Yeah.
Can you just yeah, can you say what that command is? To get the data, to access the data from the Excel, what command we can use here?
Get multiple cells in Excel at once.
Exactly. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go to the actions tab again, and we are going to type get multiple cells, drag and drop, and always see that, you know, if it is Excel Advanced or Google Sheets or whatever, because same kind of thing you will have, same command you will have for multiple things. So you always have to cross check. If you select this XML or any other thing, Office, you have to always check the version and select. Otherwise, it will become difficult, and you will not be able to understand why your bot is not performing. So we will, since it is Excel file here, we will drag this command, and we will go to the properties. So the session name. See, for example, if we go to step 2 here, and again, if you have changed the session name here as S1 or something else, make sure that you change it here as well. Otherwise, your bot will not get connected. That is why I said keep it as default when you're doing your first bot. You need not change anything right now so that you can avoid confusions, right? All right. So the next thing would be variable creation. All right. So when we go to this Excel, okay, we have to create a table. Since we have done a table here with that Excel, okay, and we have to select all the rows, because see, right now the Excel that I'm doing, that is just one tab and one data, right? So that's not a problem. If my Excel has multiple rows, then it will get confused. So we always need to select the range of cells here, and always keep it to all rows so that the Excel has access to all the data in your Excel. Okay. Now we have to create a variable here. So keep it as Excel table or something. Name your table as, give a name to your table, Excel table. Okay. And it should be in the table thing. See, if this is sometimes, while doing the bot, if you're creating the variable directly from this section, bot section, you might not be able to access this one. I mean, you cannot change the type of the, variable here. Then in that case, what you need to right now, let me create it here. It's not a problem because it's in table format. This is what I want, and I do apply. But if you're not able to do it, then you have to go to this variable section here, and below actions and triggers, you have variable section. What you have to do is you have to create. See, once I create my Excel table here, it very well gets created here. It starts reflecting here. Yeah. So same thing you have to do here. Even directly here also you can create it, because see, you can change the type of, the variable here. Understood? So let me try creating one more variable here, which I would need it in the future, which will be table data, and I want it to be a record. Okay, table data record. I'll keep it as a record. I'll tell you why I'm creating this. Okay. Yeah. What happened? Yeah. So it's done. So let's just save this bottle here. Okay. Now let's look at the steps that we have done. Okay. So bot starts, launches the website, opens the Excel. Then from the Excel, it accesses all the data. Okay. My next step. Oh, I have given it inside this step. Okay. Let me drag it out. Yeah. Guys, you have done it till here?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So what would be my next step? I mean, what I want to understand from you is when a human is doing, actually bots does what a human does, right? So what
Right.
will be the next step? I want you to tell me.
You mean to say the process flow? What will be the next
Yes, the
step?
process flow. Yeah, correct, Sandhya, the process flow.
So I would be telling that it takes all the data, individual tabs of the particular Excel sheet, and it would fill to the smart sheet. That's what the human would do, maybe.
No, now we have got the Excel, right?
Yeah.
Now from the Excel, we have to just fill in that form, right?
Right. Yeah.
So
So
that would be my next step.
exactly.
Correct. Okay, then. So my next step would be, okay, what I will do is, next would be recorder. Okay, I would capture, okay, use this recorder because it would help you to capture the, columns that you want to autofill using the bot. So just from the recorder, drag and drop this capture, and parallelly, you need to open that Excel. Well, sorry, that
So the web page.
website. Yeah, website. Yeah, right. Web page. 1 second. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I go to my bot again. Now let's see the properties of the recorder. So recorder here, we need not create the variable here. We need to go to the window. Okay, and we need to see. You need to. Oh. You need to refresh so that it detects this web page in your bot. Do a refresh. Yeah. Now I hope it should. Yeah. See, all the web pages that I am accessing right now will start reflecting here. I need to select the IE page with the bot testing, which will reflect here. Right. Once you do that, you have to click on capture here, which takes you to that web page, and wait for the red thing to reflect. It comes on the name, you click on it. Okay. And it starts recording. Yeah. So when the cursor appeared on the name, I clicked on the cursor. Okay. And then I'll go back and check here. See, it has captured the name section here. All right. Do you have any doubts in this one? Always wait for the cursor to appear, and you can select the section that you want to autofill. That is a very important step, because if you, yeah.
Gayatri, just hold on, because I guess the system is giving an issue, because I'm unable to get the window here, though I'm refreshing the
As you're not getting the
sites.
window, have you opened the website in IE,
No,
like
it's
Internet
in
Explorer?
Chrome.
No, then it
It's
will
in
not
Chrome.
reflect. No. That's what I said, because
Uh,
Chrome is a
uh,
bit of a difficulty. There are challenges in this thing. So try using IE. It will definitely reflect.
just a second. Why
And
would that
also
be?
make sure that
Mhm.
you have selected the same thing in your step 1, because if you've not mentioned here as IE, then it will not
No.
reflect.
Okay, because there it was something different which I've done it. Okay, I have to change it to IE.
So yeah, you have to change it. Then you have to do a apply here, and you have to save the whole bot again. Otherwise, it will not understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give
Go
me a
ahead. We'll
second.
wait for you, Manoj. No problem. Go do it. Do it. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
so also do show the recapturing process of the same. If you could put that in.
Yeah, you want to see the recapturing part again?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll show it again. Yeah. So guys, you have to select this window panel here. All right, for this recorder button. And once you do that, refresh on this Windows so that it detects your internet browser wala page. And once you do that, your web page should reflect here. Once you select
Right.
that, all the properties of that particular web page and the path and everything will start reflecting here. Then you have to do a capture, which takes you to that page. When you have the cursor on the name, you have to click on it. The timing should be very proper. If you are targeting the name section here, then when the cursor appears there, you have to click on that and it will start reflecting here.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, done?
No, Gayatri, I'm still stuck in the same page.
What is
I
the
mean,
issue?
with
Do you have Internet Explorer
Yeah,
in your?
yes, I do.
You do have, right? Have you opened it? Because you need to open that
Yeah,
also.
yeah, it is
You need to
running
open this web page.
simultaneously. It is
Yeah,
running
it's running
simultaneously.
simultaneously.
Yes.
Okay, and you have changed the properties in that launch the website as well as IE.
Yeah,
Have you selected?
yeah,
You've
yes, I've
applied,
done
right?
it, and I have applied it, and I've saved the bot as well. I mean, until the changes that have been done.
Have you selected the recorder capture here? Because there are other captures as well, which tells you about web OCR and other things, screen recorder and all that. Make sure you
Yeah, I've
select
used I've done the
recorder.
recorder. This thing is, yeah. I
Okay,
want you
drag
to
and
do
drop
it
the
again.
recorder here, right?
Just
Yeah, just delete it. Delete this step again and, drag the recorder again. Let's see if you're able to get it.
no, still it is in the same thing. Not
Maybe
sure
there's
why
a
is
problem.
it.
What is the version of IE that you're using?
I am not sure about it. Give me a second. It's 11 point something. Yeah.
11 point. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 11.153. Yeah.
Still not working for you?
No. It is not taking it.
Okay, try doing it with Mozilla Firefox here. I mean,
Yeah,
go to this
so
launch
Okay.
website. Sunday, you're done with that step?
yeah, I have particularly done that.
Great. Manoj, what you can do is here you can select Mozilla Firefox and you can apply
Yeah,
that
I
and save it,
just
and you can try opening that in Mozilla Firefox. I mean, that might work. It's good with
okay.
Firefox version as well.
And then that should do. Yeah.
Close all the other tabs or anything that you've opened. Just open this thing. But ideally this should not be the case. It really works well even if multiple tabs are open. But yeah, a taskbot, you need to give that intelligence to it. So it is not like IQ bot. So it still has some confusion. So yeah.
Okay. I guess it's not taking it. I don't know why. In Mozilla
Okay.
also, it's
So
the same issue that I'm.
no problem. You do one thing. Just take a note of all these steps now. We will share this recording of this session also. Okay, and you can connect. We can connect offline to understand what doubts are you getting, and probably we can get it started from there, right?
Yeah, sure.
Great. Yeah.
Sure, Gayatri. Yeah.
Yeah. So Sunday, before the end of the session, let's just take up credentials from Manoj, and also let's drop a mail ID to him, and so that he can connect back to us, right?
Perfect. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. So guys who have already completed this step, yeah. So we have captured the first name here, and see here the properties of this particular text box. So it's a text box, correct? And we are giving it as an input. So the HTML type should also be text here. These things will actually, in earlier versions, you have to define these properties. But here, when it is just drag and drop, that's the advantage of this latest version, 8.2019. So you don't need to do anything. It automatically comes here, reflects here. Only if you want to change certain properties, that's when you need to go here and you can start changing on the properties like this. You just need to click on this arrow button here and it will start giving you all this where you can do some, changes if you want to, right? Now the next step would be we have to set text, because once we capture the, first name here, what do you have to do with you have to tell the bot what exactly it has to do with this section. So we have to set text. So we are selecting this. There are a lot of options here. We have to select set text. And then we have to create a variable. Now earlier I created this record. Since it is a record, that we are inserting as a text, you have to select this table record, which I created earlier, right? Yeah. And I will give this by name. Why? Because now I need to go back to my Excel where I will select the variable name here and I will do a copy paste. It's the best practice to always take it up from the Excel so that you don't need any, it's case sensitive, so you don't make any mistakes and you don't need to repeat this step again. Just do a insert. Yeah. Invalid expressions. All right. Why? Okay. Let me do one thing. If it is not taking, no issues. I will delete this. I will create a new variable again. Okay. Okay. So I've created one more variable here and I will select that variable. Hopefully this should work. Let's see. Done. Okay. So if something is not working, you can just create a fresh variable and you can start off from there. All right. So nothing else you need to do here. It's all done. Now we just need to do a apply. That's it. Okay. Now you have to repeat this same step for the other things also. What are the other things here? Last name, state, and phone. So let's quickly do the next set of actions for the next step. So I go back again here. I go to my capture window, select the same page again. You don't need to do a refresh again because it reflects here. Just make sure you select the right thing. Then capture object again. Go to the last thing till it reflects. Click. Okay, once the capture finalization is over, go back. It reflects here as last name. Again, it's the same kind of input that we are giving. So just select set text and select the same record variable here by name, and again go back to your last name so that it picks your last name, comes back here, insert, done, and apply. I do this step again. Go back to the recorder window, select the web page, capture object, yeah, state, go back again, select the property of the web page, set text, okay, same record variable again, by name, select the state here. This is why we selected the header section. You remember, I initially told you when you're opening the Excel, you need to select the header section. So this is why it helps, because it goes and checks the header for the value of that data, right? Now do an apply. Yeah, do an apply. Again, go back to my last step, okay, to capture the phone number. Again, select the page, go back to the page, select the phone number. It captures, goes back again. Once it is done, it starts reflecting here. Phone number, again, you don't need to change the input because again, it's a string only. Okay, right now we're not validating it with anything. It's just a value which we are inserting, an auto action. Whatever is there, it will go there. So again, you don't need to change the properties. It can be as a text, but see, automatically it has come. Basic things. So yeah, again, select record variable by name and this one, phone, copy paste and do a insert. All right, so this also applied. So we have created 4 steps here, 1, 2, 3, 4, for all the 4 sections here. Now the last section would be submit. Okay. Now, how do we do this submit? Again, you have to do the capture recorder. Go back to the window, select the page. Okay. Then go back to capture. Here you have to notice one important step. Okay. When you do this submit, it captures, records it onto the bot. It starts reflecting there. Yeah. Here. And now this step, okay, the action would be what? Can anyone tell me?
Click.
Exactly. But when you use a mouse, okay, you have to be very particular. When you use a mouse, it is generally click, left click, right click, double click. So you can always, imagine and how you're doing it according to your settings and all that, you can do it accordingly. So if I'm using a mouse here, I can select click, or else if I'm using something else, in the sense, a MacBook or something out where, the touchpad works. Here I can use left click also, it works well for me, right? So accordingly, you can change this. Now do apply. Okay. Now what it does is it opens the website, opens the Excel, accesses the data from the Excel, then starts filling it up here on the website and just submits the record. That's it. Now let's see whether our bot, works or not. Before that, we need to, as I told you, we need to actually close, everything so that it doesn't get, confused. Yeah. All right. Now I'm going to test my bot. All right. So let me save my bot before that first. Yeah. Now I'm going to run this bot. So see here, it opens up the website and the Excel. Okay. Okay. What did I miss? Just a minute. First name record not found. Okay. Okay. Mm. Okay, so maybe see, I've already done this bot using this Excel, same Excel. Maybe that's the reason it is not confused, because we cannot use the same file for two different bots, I guess, because it gets confused. So let me try running my old bot, which is the same bot here. Let me try if that is working fine. Same steps I've done here. Let's see. And guys, one more thing, when you're doing your bots, the best part is when you get an error, it always comes back to your email where you can debug that error, and you can connect to the A community where they have also faced similar kind of, same errors. So you always get solutions to your errors, right? So always make sure that you're connected with the community as well. Yeah, so the mistake I did here was using the same data sheet. I forgot to change it. You have to create a new one because the bot cannot use the same data sheet again and again, multiple bots. If you have to do that, then you have to maybe change the name and save it in a different location, right? So now you see that. Did you guys see that automatically it picked up the data, filled it up, and submitted the same thing? Now, what additional things you can do here is, see, this is just one data form that I've done here. You can create a pool of like records here and start, looping it up and filling the website again. I mean, the web page again and again. So that you can try with loop command. Okay, which we'll anyways come up with a lot of other sessions where we will tell you what the other commands do. Now I will be. So did you guys understand, or is there any questions on this one? Manoj, we can connect offline to understand what error you're getting, and we can sort it out and you can start building your bots again, right?
Yeah, Gayatri, yeah.
Awesome. Apart from that, anyone else? Sandhya, you were able to do the bot?
Yeah, perfectly. Yeah, that's running.
Perfect. Okay, great. Okay, guys, this is a very simple bot that we showed you today. Now, I will over to you, Sandhya.
Yeah.
Sandhya is going to show a bot where we are going to open one website link, and that's a stock exchange ka link where we have a table with list of stocks and everything. It is a tabular content which we are going to access from that website, and we're going to paste that in the Excel. It's a very interesting bot. Now I'm going to give you one more idea here. Once Sandhya tells you how to make that bot, what you can do is you can club these two bots. Okay, before launching this website here, the Excel sheet that we created, probably what you can do is you can actually get the data from that Excel website directly, and you can convert that into a CSV. Okay, and then you can open that CSV and start filling the particular data onto this website or any Google form. You can create a Google form with some other data where you have certain related fields. Okay, something like that. This we have made through Zoho Forms. You can do it through Google Forms also, or any other format which can create forms, where you can create forms, and it is very simple to test your bots, right? Thank you, guys. So this is one bot is done. Over to you, Sandhya, for the next bot.
Yeah, perfect.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Do connect back.
Yeah, thank you, Gayatri.
Yeah,
Please do
thank you.
anything to share for me. Thank you so much.
Yes. Yeah, sure. I'll do that. 1 second. Guys, please do connect back in case you have any queries. We'd be happy to help you, right?
Oh, okay, guys. So let's get started with one more bot. It's going to be simple, but very nice bot. So I'm going to explain you guys how to exactly go further with this. So go ahead and create a new bot. I think Manoj, you can take ahead this bot. You can construct this bot. So this would be like pretty easy. You can actually do it.
Yeah, definitely, Sandhya. Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah.
All right, thank you. So go ahead and create a new bot. Name it. So I'm going to be naming it as new bot 3. Go ahead and create it. So let's pull it up all together onto step. So search for step initially. So easy drag and drop. Let's name this step as the action. Go ahead and apply and save the details. The next would be launching a browser. So go to browser. So when you see browser option, you will have 3 things that's available here. So you can either get the download file, which is in the format of PDF, which you can download, and you can find broken link, and also you can launch a website. So I'm taking it ahead for a particular stock exchange URL. So I'm going to be launching a website inside a step. So I'm going to be specifying the URL option, and I also will leave the same URL which I'm using for the same stock exchange thing on the chat box so that you guys can also access the same. All right, let's go ahead and copy, and in the details section, let's paste the URL, and also be going to be sharing the same for you guys in the chat section. Okay, so it's the same website URL which I'm going to be using. So do copy paste the same URL and apply the same. Make sure your Internet Explorer is open. So I'm going to be using Internet Explorer as a default website for me to launch it. After this, hope you guys are on the same page. So you're launching a website URL. So let's see how this will run until here. So this basically has to launch a website URL. It has to go to the website portal to show you guys. I'm going to be saving this and running the same. Let's see. So we can take it like a step-by-step process. So which basically helps you guys to know how exactly or where exactly the error is happening. So right now I'm just going to be launching a browser, which directly has to go to my Internet Explorer. So it has to launch the browser. Let's see if that's going to be happening. Hope you guys are catching up the same thing. Yeah, so the action started. So it said it was perfectly successful. So this is launching my website URL, which I am trying to basically count on. So this is the website which I will be using for the stock market exchange capture and all that. So this is the website. So let's close it. Let's go to the next step. We have to record the capture. So here in the recording option, we have an option of capture. Drag and drop the same and fill in the details. Go to the bar, before which you have to also create a variable which you're supposed to be saving the output onto. So this is going to be in the format of table. Let's save it as VTab. That's going to be my variable which I have created to save my output of what it is capturing. So let's go ahead and check window. So this basically should show you all the windows which are open right now. So if I'm not able to find the stock exchange website window, let's go ahead and refresh it. Let's see. It will connect back to the actual system and it will allow me to see the stock exchange website in the same portal. Right, it's refreshing the window perfectly. So now I can see there should be, yeah, stock tables and stock types is the website which I have chosen. That is thing. And you have to assign the output to vtab, which is a variable which we have created. Go ahead and give it capture object. So it will directly go to the Internet Explorer and help us to capture the tables that we were looking for. Let's wait until this processes. That's processing. So this is how it's going to be capturing. Patiently wait until it points out what exactly you have to capture. Processing will be getting started. Right. Capture that. How would you like to click? Okay. So let's recapture that. Yeah. So here it is. So after, yeah, perfect. Can you see this link? So that has perfectly captured the image that I was talking about. So I was choosing only table that will be capturing that process. So this is recording the capture finally. All right, so here it is in the preview section where you can see you have a table that is captured, and by default the client should be, the control type should be a table, and action should be, okay, so creating the table. All right, so the action should basically give you an option of table. So here there is an option which has gone wrong. So, all right, so you haven't captured it perfectly, because of which you are telling the client the control type should be table here, not the client. Let's go and recapture the same. So it's supposed to be the table. Perfect. So yeah. So all right, I'm just capturing the table now. Yeah, it's processing. Are you guys on the same page? Everybody. So this has captured a table. So the control type should tell you what exactly you're capturing. The table is the same thing which I have captured. Go down and get the action as get table, since we are actually getting the table from that website to store it onto your CSV file. So also we have assigned the same output to a variable called vtab table, which we have created. Go ahead and apply. So the capture option is done right. The next would be, okay, I'm going to take a pause here. Are you guys on the same page? Did you guys catch up? Or do I have to explain again how to capture it? And you guys can unmute yourself and let me know if there are any queries regarding the same. Hope it's clear. All right, so going ahead, you have to record this captured detail in a particular CSV format of a file. So for which we have an option, write to file. So everything is just a drag and drop, after which you have to fill in the detail. Here we have the output variable which we have already assigned the previous capture to. That is, we take travel and browse the file. So before which I'm going to show you guys what exactly is the CSV file that I've created. So let's consider CNA. This is the CSV file that I have created here. So let's go ahead and browse the details on the same, and let's create the path right for that. So CNA would be my CSV file, which I have chosen. Give it a path, and I am choosing to override the existing file. So I would need the previously installed, previously written data on file still, and still override the same thing. If in case anything is wrong onto your system, you can always go to encoding format. You can have ANSI or UTF-8 or Win1251 as an option. You can still change it. My thing works with UTF-8, so I'm choosing UTF-8 and applying that. So once you have completed writing back to the file, I'm going to be displaying my message box, which basically ensures that I have captured tables perfectly. So let's see, I'm going to be entering the message of maybe table, because if I am going right through the process, it has to display table as a word. That is basically ensuring that my process is perfect and it has already filled the details of the capture in the CSV file. So how many seconds that you want, you can choose the number of the seconds of the message to be displayed. Let me keep it to 3 seconds. Go ahead and apply. So this is the process flow. So if you go to dual, you can basically see that the action flow can be explained properly. So going into a container, It is basically launching a browser and recording the capture. That capture has been assigned to an output variable called vtab, which is connecting back to write to file in which the details are stored in a CSV file. And to confirm this process is done, I'm going to be displaying a message box called table for 3 seconds. So that's all about it. Is everybody on the same page? Do you guys have any questions? Manoj, are you able to do the same?
Yeah, Sanjay, carry on. Yeah.
Perfectly. Okay. So go ahead and save it. Once it is done saving, let's run and see how the bot basically has to work. So give it its own time. Initially, when they have a package dependencies which it has to download, it will take a little time. And after which, if you keep the bot running for the second time, it will be very easy. It'll do its job in quick minutes or mini seconds also. So here, the bot is active and it's going to be performing. Closely observe the same, going to the website, having a capture of the same perfectly. That's captured. And it is displaying the message for 3 seconds and the bot has run successfully. So that's it. So you will have a display message telling your bot has run successfully. So let's confirm this. Go back to the window where I have this CSV file. So initially when I created, it was completely empty. So the data which I have captured there will be stored here. You guys able to catch me up on this point? If you guys want me to show another small bot run over the same, so here we have certain content. Let me show you if I run the same bot for the second time, will it overwrite or no? Since I've already opted for an option of overwriting, it's going to be performing like a charm. I don't have to do anything. So it's pre-processing and the dependencies will be downloaded. So after every change that you guys do, go ahead and save it and then run the bot. So that will be more easier. Yeah, so the bot 8 is active. The new bot is running. So this is capturing.
Sandhya, while this process is happening, I have one doubt.
Right. Yes.
Is there a possibility where we can display the Excel file as soon as the bot finishes the functionality?
Yes. So after that, the point here. Okay. Give me a second. Yeah. So after this, the point is you can have your Excel open. So you have an option in Excel Advanced. So right. So here, this is an option in Excel Advanced where you have an option called Open. So after this, you can give it a word wherein, which basically tells you have to basically browse the, oh yeah, it's a desktop file. So it has to basically browse the CSV file which is available once the data is basically filled in. So you can have that CSV file assigning to the same Excel sheet. So once the process is done, so it just pops up telling so much content has been filled in.
And Manoj, to add on to it, not just that, you can also process the bot in such a way that it opens up this Excel and saves it in another location also. That is also possible.
Yeah, I had the question. Thank you, Gayatri.
Yes.
And
No problem.
one more is that can it actually auto save the path as well, what we give it when we are doing it?
Of
I mean,
course, you
when we
can select, yeah, you can do that. You can select a text wherein you can ask the bot to paste the new path and you can put that, in some location. Whatever you want to do, I mean, whatever we can think the bot can do. We just have to process the step correctly so that it does all that we want to do. That's it.
Okay. Moreover, like what I would tell is what the demo was more on was like we create an Excel file first and then we put the data into that.
Correct. Yeah. This bot
Yeah,
specifically was all that. Yeah.
I would rather love to see something where the Excel is also created by itself and then it gets saved into
Of
the
course, we can
path
do
that
that.
is.
Yeah,
Okay, we
perfect,
are
perfectly we can do.
yeah we are coming with a lot of other sessions where we're going to tell you Excel will be created on its own. It will be saved on its own. It will be overwritten, and also the new path will be saved. It can be saved into two different locations, same like Excel. Anything and everything we can do with this bot.
Okay. Yeah, that should
Yeah, so
be great to
there are,
agree. Yeah.
yeah, actually, see, there are more than 500 commands here in this action thing, and each
Mhm.
command does an excellent work. So what we need to do now is, if you want to explore this more, Manoj, my suggestion to you would be go here to
Mhm.
Actions tab and explore
Mhm.
step by step. You know what this command does, what that command is. You have a document. Once you log on to this automation, you have a documentation website also. I mean, you can get it in the website itself. A. So if you go to that documentation path, you have a lot of documents
Mhm.
which talks about the commands and all that. If you want, we can share it with you also. I mean, just the content location so that you can access it with your username, credentials, and all that. It'll help you to understand more about these commands.
Yeah, definitely, Gayatri.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
great.
should be
All
great.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
So, okay, let's see how the bot works now. So I've integrated the new thing to basically show up how the Excel should basically work. The mistake at the same. So we have the CSV file, unable to access the folder of the CSV file, edit the permission folder, right? So it is. Okay. Okay, let's see how it works. So here I have deleted the CSV file which I have created already, which was there on my desktop. So let's see if it's going to create the CSV file on its own, and let's see if it's going to update the data onto the CSV file. Okay. So yeah, there's a problem with the CSV file permissions, I guess. Okay. Okay. Didn't that case. Alright, so this is going to be an empty room to create in now. So let's keep it and something. So save it as here. So go ahead and save it. So this is the CSV file. So we have to choose the path. selecting it over. So we have to export from write to file option. So let's browse it. Gayatri, in the meanwhile, you can tell them about the people's community of automation and how exactly that will be helpful for them to clear the doubts, if in case they have any.
I didn't get you, Sandhya. Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, in the meanwhile, you can tell them how exactly the people's community will be helping them to clear the doubts, if in case they have any.
Yeah, sure. So guys, there's something called as a community. Okay, I will just paste that link in the chat section here. So if you go there and if any queries while executing the bot, you can just take a screenshot, or you can just copy paste that query there. Once you do that, there will be a lot of people in that same community, like-minded people who are there to help you. Okay. So also, if it is something which has occurred in past, then the same kind of query, they'll have a lot of answers to that query, and it will be easy solution. So guys, join this a community so that you can create a lot of bots with a lot of other people as well, like-minded people, connect with them, understand the errors, and also explore. Yeah.
Thank you, Gayatri. Let's go ahead and see how the capture is going to work now. All right, so it's going to the web page, which is specified. It's going to capture. Okay, so again, an unknown error occurred when trying the data on the CSV file and getting solved the system. So sure about how exactly I can decode this. So let's see if there is some. Okay, there it is. So I have to assign some permissions for this. Okay, so I'll get back to you guys on the same point. So there is some error with the CSV file. I shall be showing the same thing. So some error quite. So let's see how I can actually manage to work it on. But guys, I'll help you out how to basically do this. We'll take this queries offline. So I think we should wind up the session for today, and I'll help you how to create the same bot for the next session. So there is some problem with the CSV file creation. So let me see how to take that ahead. I'll continue further. So Gayatri, so I think today's session we can wind up.
Yeah, we are good to wind up the session. Sandhya, if you want, you can show them the bot that was working earlier that you did.
Yeah, so the CSV file which I have already created has some problem, I guess, so that's not encoding
Okay, it may
properly.
be
So
due
we
to
need
some
some
Excel
permissions.
permissions. Yeah, no problem. Leave it now.
Yeah.
Leave it for now.
All
Okay,
right,
guys,
yeah, so
it
we'll
was a
take
good
that.
session.
So perfectly. So guys, I will be sharing my mail ID, also Gayatri's mail ID probably, so that you guys have any queries regarding the same, you guys can do leave a message on the same. Thank you so much for patiently being here and coordinating with us. And I hope all the queries of yours will be taken offline and shall sure give you guys solutions. So both the mail IDs will drop down in the chat list. If you do take the mail IDs and leave your errors or doubts, anything which you guys are approaching for. So I hope it was a great session for all of you guys. And once again, thanks a lot, guys, for joining in. So we shall be finding it out today. Thank you so much. Yeah. So, guys, did you have something to add on? All right. So, I think thank you so much, guys. So we'll be disconnecting now. So I have already have a message onto your chat list about the same. So please to take both the mail IDs so that we can take the queries offline. Let's see how we can do further. Thank you so much once again. All right.